You come up from the underground, chasing after your friend. This doesn't make sense. She was fine just a minute ago. Now, she looks bad, for lack of a better term. There are dark bags under her eyes, and her skin is so pale it almost has a green tinge to it. You grab her arm and start guiding her away when you literally bump into your chemistry professor, Dr. Coldwater. He begins talking to you, and before you can stop, you're walking with him to his office. It occurs to you to ask him if he knows anything about the sickness going around campus, and then he launches into a detailed explanation. There's a new type of fungus that has been discovered in northern Asia. Not only is this new strain parasitic to insects and plants, the biologist who discovered it observed the fungus having an effect on some small mammals. It's also hypercontagious. Within hours of exposure, the research team had been displaying strange symptoms that mimicked a normal cold. Well, when the researchers got home and didn't get better, they all naturally went to see a doctor. Soon it wasn't just them sick, it was their families and friends. Within days of the fungus first entering human areas, hundreds of thousands of people were infected, with millions more about to be exposed. He explains the symptoms are misleading at first. After the cold symptoms, skin discoloration starts. Veins close to the surface of the skin swell and appear dark. Shades of blue and green spread out from there. After that, the hallucinations come. Dr. Coldwater describes how some news outlets have started calling people in the third stage the Overtaken because their minds are clouded by the fungus. The last stage begins with fungal blooms growing from the afflicted body. At this point, the more people who get infected, the faster the stages go and the worse the symptoms get. Things should be contained, and they would be, Dr. Coldwater says, if the fungus wasn't in the water supply. When you ask, he explains how a simple lab accident at a hospital looking for a cure for the fungus, well, it contaminated most water sources. Against all odds, the fungus survived any attempt to purify the water, be it chemicals or physically straining out and separating what was contaminated. Quickly it spread to lakes and rivers. It's in the rain and the drinking water, even the mist and clouds now. Suddenly, your friend grabs your hand and pulls you away from Dr. Coldwater before you get any more info. The whole time she is mumbling to herself about something and looking around frantically. Her eyes are wide and she looks scared and shaky. You ask her what's wrong.